What's up, social media? Vic again. I survived another week, and this shit's getting out of control and about to get real. Now, I know the thumbnail says attention Republicans, and I meant it. I will get to that, but I need a minute to get there. I need a little, foreplay before I go after fucking with them. So I'm going to warm up on some of these Democrat vaginas for a minute or two, if you don't mind. These dirty, demagogue, power-hungry douchebags are doing everything in their power to take away every single freedom we have as American citizens right now. Out in the open and right in front of our faces. Like we aren't even sitting here watching them. Especially what they're trying to do with the First and Second Amendments. They are attacking anyone and everyone who stands in the way of them being able to abolish and then rewrite our Constitution with a new Constitution that will keep them in power indefinitely. Don't think for a second that's not what their end game is. Let me make this perfectly clear to those who want to ignore what's really going on and pray it all just goes away. Without those two amendments that they are trying to erase, our country is completely screwed. And everything's going to turn upside down. Almost every single thing you thought you could freely do with your life will be changed. You'll have to learn a completely new set of rules and laws to abide by that will be enforced by force if you don't comply with our newly minted corrupt authoritarians. They are the First and Second Amendments for an absolute reason. Number 1 and number 2. Not number 18, not number 23. They are the foundation of everything that has been built here over centuries. First off, our free speech rights that should not be infringed upon in any way, shape, or form whatsoever are in complete jeopardy. Think about it for 1 second. It's as simple as this. If you get mad, pissed off, or just plain furious at someone, which happens to all of us at some point during a time, and you tell them to eat a dick, or maybe just fuck off, they can now have you arrested or brought into a court for hate speech or harassment, or maybe even sexual harassment. Who knows? Especially with these little snowflakes we have floating around us right now, bitching about things like, some of us won't call a boy a girl because he puts lipstick on. Some of us just don't understand that. I'm sorry. Different example, New York, I believe, where you can get $250,000 fine simply for saying the term illegal immigrants. The hell with all that. Is that the country you want to live in? I mean, if so, move to fucking China or something. Because there's also this. No more calling your congressmen or governors or mayors with your grievances if they keep this up. That's all right out the window. Go ahead, grieve. There's either simply going to ignore you, or if they feel you're a threat, bye-bye, my friend. You don't hold their views, it's re-education time. Have fun being reprogrammed. Next, our freedom of religion, or even freedom to assemble, being trampled all over by these Democrats as we speak. Unless you're out protesting or rioting for something that mends with their views, like all this race and gender identity politics bullshit, then you're not allowed. You can assemble in a group of 100,000 people or more, packed like sardines, slobbering and crying all over each other, if it's for some sort of racial or social justice. But you can't, for any reason, gather to worship your God 6 feet apart with masks on. You can't get married around your friends and family that you hang out with all day, every day anyway. How does that make sense? Or even be able to send off a loved one that one of these scumbags out rioting might have killed with a funeral in a controlled setting. Unless you know the Obamas, I guess. They're trying to keep us apart as much as possible so we don't start talking and figuring out a way to fight back on their absolute and transparent power grab. How about this? Freedom of press. Yeah, what a joke that is. Democrats own in 90% of the media. There's no freedom there, only control. And the 10% that they don't own, they are attacking and trying to shut down 24 hours a day. They want it all. Every bit of information you get, they want to control. And if they get that, we're nothing but slaves, doing and listening to whatever they tell us all day, every single day. They're already trying to do it. They're all related to each other, or married to each other, or in business with each other in one way or another. It's just one big cesspool of inbreeding coming out of our phones, TVs, or radios, like some horrid Hills Have Eyes sequel. Do you want to live in a country where you only get one corrupt family's views thrown at you? That you have to abide by no matter what for the rest of your life? Because I sure the hell don't. Which brings me to the Second Amendment, which what they are going after relentlessly. This is where it gets really ugly for all of us, where you lose everything you worked for, and you can only have what the family allows you to have. Because once there are no more law-abiding citizens strapped up, That only leaves the criminals. And your shit's getting taken. Now you have to beg the scumbags that allowed it to happen and even lobbied for it to happen for scraps, giving them even more power than they already had over your life. If you even survive. The First Amendment is already gone. They took it. So they're now telling you what you can say and where you can or can't assemble. And if they get their socialist ways on top of that, they're now telling you where you have to live and work, how you can get back and forth from there, and probably even what you're allowed to eat. It's like this. It's not like they don't know where you live. They know you have legal guns in your home. There's a database. They send the feds over to collect your guns, leaving you all the way helpless. Criminals in the next town over with all the illegal guns also have that database. They know the feds are sweeping through your town right now. Guess what the fuck is going to happen to you tomorrow night? Yeah, I don't even have to say it, do I? But good luck with your cleaver against 3 assholes with AKs, because I'm pretty sure it's way more than your stuff that's going to get took. I know this isn't the country we want. I know it's not. Which brings me to the Republicans. While I still have my rights to free speech, you better believe I'm going to use them. Do not fuck us. Yeah, us. The ones you labeled the silent majority. Because even with everything I just said, there's an awful lot of us regular, everyday, hardworking Americans that are being silent and sitting this thing out with our eyes and ears wide open, watching and waiting for the election to come and go. I do feel the tide turning. People on both sides are starting to pay attention to exactly what these Democrats are up to in their pursuit of unchallenged and absolute power. So I truly believe you're going to take back the House in record numbers, keep the Senate, and our great president isn't going anywhere. So with that being said, I'll say this again. Do not fuck us. When you retain all of the power you could possibly need to fix this shit that all these crybaby Democrats have thrust upon us, you better fucking do it. None of this sitting around, soaking in your wins and glory bullshit. We don't have time for that. Get to work for the American people immediately. Don't try to get back at the douchebags that try to destroy our country unless they keep doing it. Then we will destroy them. You won. Fix this mess and get all the American people behind you so that they are never in power in our lifetimes or even of our children's lifetimes ever again. Because I am warning you now. If there aren't some changes to what these people have done, I feel the top about to pop off this bitch. And what you see with these children running around in our streets right now will look like a Mary Poppins picnic if you just stay complacent. Do not fuck us this time. We are counting on you. Not just Trump, Jordan, Nunes, Gates, Graham, and the like. All of you, Republicans, step the fuck up and do what we the American people hired you to do. Fix this shit. The big tech company censorship shit, the corrupt media outlets, our rights being trampled upon on a daily basis. Fix it all. You have 4 years to get 4 more years to get 4 more years. Make this country great again, again. If not, we're all done. We will never trust you again. You might as well just hand it over to those that want to destroy it. I said my piece. We got to fix it. Until next time, try to have a better day than yesterday and ride that momentum into tomorrow. Until next time, peace.